Hello, everyone, and welcome to You Beat Cancer. Now what? The podcast is here for the journey after the battle. I'm Dr. Danielle Clay, and today we're diving into something that most survivors never see coming. It's the moment that they have finished their treatment. Their cancer's in remission, and they are done with all active treatment. However, as I know, and many of you know as well, the healing is still not over. You've rung the bell, you've had your last chemo session, and people are all around you clapping and praising you and throwing parties and just amazed at how much of a survivor you were for beating your cancer. They're calling you a warrior, that you're a miracle, that you made it this far, and that you are just kicking butt. However, inside, you may not feel that way. You may be feeling confused, scared, or even a little bit lost. If that's you, then well, that's what this episode is for. I am Dr. Danielle Clay. I am a 10-year cancer survivor. In 2014, I was diagnosed with brain cancer. I have a new subtype of ATRT called a desmoplastic myxoid tumor, DMT. And when I was going through my cancer treatment and my time immediately after treatment, there was very little out there to tell me what life is going to be like. What are we going to be doing? How am I supposed to live? What about the changes I've went through? What about the things I can no longer do? What about the side effects I'm stuck with? What if? And I felt that if I could help and make someone else not feel that lonely feeling where no one is there and understands you, then I would do my best to try that. And that's what this podcast's attempt is to do so. I am hoping to make multiple episodes discussing different effects of life after cancer. You know, how do we keep on moving on? Because it's not as if, you know, you flip a switch and one day you're cancer free and you just go back to work like nothing happened, because there's always going to be side effects that you're left dealing with the ramifications of for probably lifelong. When you're in the middle of cancer treatment, it's go, go, go. You've got treatment, you've got appointments, you've got possibly counseling, therapy, people coming and going, everyone's around you. You're never really left alone. There's always someone there checking on you, checking on your physical well-being and how you're doing on your treatment. However, you know, you've rung the bell or you've been told you're in remission. All of that stops. It becomes silent. There's no more noise, and it can be quite deafening. And many survivors describe this as emotional whiplash. The structure that they've been so accustomed to disappears. Medical team steps back. They're no longer needed. There's nothing else for them to do. Your friends and family and colleagues and everyone that came out of the woodworks, their texts and messages slow down or disappear because you're better. Cancer's remission. You don't need any more help. Or so they think. You're supposed to be happy, right? Be like, you beat cancer. What else is there to it? Why are you sad? Why are you upset? Why do you feel lonely? You're one of the lucky ones. You beat cancer. You have no reason to be upset or lonely or mad or feel discombobulated because you beat cancer. But that's really not the truth. The truth is that you feel like you're standing on a cliff and there's no map and you don't know where to step or where you're going to fall or what you're going to do. You just feel so lost in a new environment that you never expected to be a part of. And many people have a really hard time understanding and identifying with that new you. You have a hard time describing who you are. You're a new person. You're not the same person you were before cancer. You never will be the same person as you were before cancer. You'll always be at least a cancer survivor. And if you're one of the few lucky ones that have very few side effects, that's good. But there will still always be a part of you that's wondering, what if? And survivorship changes you. Your body may feel different. Your friendships change because maybe you are not up to going out and partying with your friends as you used to. Or maybe you don't recognize the old you anymore and you're not interested in doing the same things that you used to do. And that's okay. It's normal to ask, who am I? What do I do with a second chance? You're not going to go back. You're moving forward, and that means learning who you are now. What do I want to do now? Do I want to change jobs? Maybe I want to pick up a new hobby. Maybe I just want to slow down. Enjoy my family and friends I have around me. Take in what I have that I came so close to losing. And that's all okay. You just have to figure out what it is that's important to you. So start slow. Build habits that support who you are today. Journaling, therapy, walks, and community can all make you feel grounded. Whatever makes you feel the most balanced is what you should do. And that could be talking, that could be writing, coloring, painting, anything, yoga. It can be whatever it is that makes you feel better. And that's what you should be doing. You're not going to snap back because you can't ever go back. There is no going back. There's only going forward. So it's basically, what do you want your forward to look like? And that's what you have to grow and figure out. And that can be kind of challenging, and it does take time. And no one expects you to know all the answers right away. But you get to decide what your new normal looks like. And it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It's yours and yours alone. And it's specifically for what you want and what you feel like you need to be doing. And it can change. There's no one saying that what you do today you have to do in 6 years. It's okay for change to happen. I want you to realize, if nothing else of this conversation I've had today, is that you're allowed to grieve your old life. You're allowed to be upset. Why did this have to happen to me? Now, I went through 10 years of college and traveled internationally for FDA and helped companies that are in trouble, and did all this really high, powerful stuff that I absolutely loved. But after brain cancer, there was not a chance on this planet I could ever go back to it. So yeah, part of me is like, gosh, why'd I go through 10 years of college for that? But it served me, and it serves me in other ways now. So I always look like, don't regret what you did in the past. Just choose and move forward if that's not what you want to do going forward. Don't rush your healing. It takes time. It takes years for you to really recover from the treatment. Cancer is bad. It takes a lot of really nasty treatment, and it can leave you with a lot of side effects. So it just takes time for you to get over. It's okay. Give yourself that time. You're not just a cancer survivor. You're a mom, sister, brother, uncle, cousin. You're someone else. So cancer is not your only diagnosis. And it's okay for you to try to move past it. You can start becoming the artist that you were before, the musician or the business worker or whatever it is that you were before. This is just a part of your journey. This is just a part of your identity. It's not your only identity. And it's okay if you decide in this new chapter that you want to be quieter. You don't want to be as busy, go, go, go as you were before. You want to slow down and smell the roses. That's okay. It has to be what it is that you want to do, what is rich with meaning for you. And lastly, you're not alone. You're never, ever alone. There are so many people going through what you're going through right now that understand exactly what you're going through and feeling. And I want you to understand that there is a community out there that understands exactly how you're feeling at this point in your life as you are trying to move past your cancer treatment. If this conversation today has resonated with you, please share it with others so that they can hear it as well. Remember, you beat cancer. You're still healing. It's not weakness. It's bravery in the truest form. Next week, we're going to talk about one of the most common things survivors face, the fear of reoccurrence. What if? How can you learn to live without letting it control your life? Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're doing better than you could possibly think you are. And I am so proud of you. Talk later. Bye.